Hey everybody, Mr. Chainsmoker here, and today we'll be taking a look at a few strange stories that happened over these past few days. Everyone likes turtles, right? They're kind of the stoners of the animal kingdom like sloths, cows, and camels. Well, a group of women from New York like them just a bit more than others. 27 turtles rescued after being taken out of lake, put in bags in Prospect Park. While this article is a little lighter on the details than I'd like, the video explained a little more. What these women did was allegedly lure the turtles away from the lake where they would then place them into plastic bags. 9 plastic bags to be exact. And for the mathematically challenged among you, that's 3 turtles per bag. And don't worry, I checked the math. But I have a genuine question. How the fuck do you lure turtles? They're known for barely moving at all. I don't know if they're like snakes and you can just play an instrument and have them swarm to you. Maybe you just hold bread in your hand for the 4 hours it takes them to get from the lake to you? I just don't know. I have so many questions about this that will never be answered. I don't know. Maybe one of you can enlighten me on this subject. But continuing on, these women were stopped because a good Samaritan stepped in and called the police. Reportedly, the animal rights group Wild reported the incident on their Facebook page, also issuing a statement by Mary Beth Arts of Wild saying, "You can't poach the turtles. Poaching means you're taking them out. Whatever they're doing with them, I don't know, but you cannot remove wildlife from any city park." One person was detained and issued a court summons. Come on, people, why do you gotta be dicks to turtles? What have they ever done to you? They're so chill and majestic. Just let them be and stop stealing them. Please and thanks. But on to our main story for the day. Just when you think things might not be super weird for once, let me take you to Shelton, Washington. Recognize these feet? Mason County Sheriff's detectives seek help in sleeper creeper case. Words just truly can't express what the title of this article makes me feel. I feel so dirty and wrong, but also insanely curious at the same time just reading it. Like, I feel like I need to put on socks and shoes and just hide from the world right now. But I digress. The Mason County Sheriff's Office needs your help to identify more potential victims of the so-called sleeper creeper. Apparently, this aptly named man watches men and women sleep while inside their bedrooms and takes pictures of their feet. What is it with the Pacific Northwest and weird fetishes being taken to illegal levels? Just last week, I talked about an Oregon man masturbating to women's hair on trains and buses, and now Washington comes and hands me this. What the hell is going on up there that I don't know about? Continuing on, though, in hopes that other potential victims may recognize their own feet or bedding and come forward, detectives released 3 photos on Friday of feet. Yeah, police just released 3 photos of feet. Nothing weird at all about that. The good news is that they believe they caught the man behind this. Last month, they arrested James Garner, 22, on suspicion of burglary and voyeurism. Investigators are saying that he broke into homes to watch women sleep and possibly stole guns and underwear. And as we all know, you can't just do one creepy and illegal thing, you gotta steal guns and underwear too. He also apparently knew his victims through work or social media. This is just fucking creepy, and there's not much more to say than that. I get that everybody has their own fetish or whatever, I mean, you do you. But to literally break into other people's homes while they're sleeping just to fulfill that is fucking insane. The article also shows the 3 photos of feet, so if you want to check those out, even though I'll be heavily judging you for it, feel free to using the link in the description below. And just when you thought you already threw stolen turtles and creepy foot fetishes at me, what else could you possibly bring up that might top that? Don't worry, because Tennessee is stepping up to the plate this week. Way to go, Tennessee. Also, my cat decided he wants to be in the video this week. He's so precious. Anyways, undercover agents discover registered church is being used as a sex club. Now, like me, you might be wondering how they found this out. Well, it's actually quite simple. In March, 2 code inspectors paid $40, or what I assume the people running this church might have called a donation. So, with $40 spent, the 2 gained entry and promptly filed affidavits, detailing all the sex acts they witnessed inside. And there's a couple key things to note here. 1, the city of Nashville reportedly filed a complaint against the church's owners for, quote, maintaining a public nuisance by permitting acts of lewd conduct. Oh yeah. And also for violating a ban that prohibits sex clubs from operating within 1,000 feet of a school. This place was literally closer to a school than I am to a gas station. Or my hopes and dreams, for that matter. It also claims to be a church because they got the brilliant idea when moving their club to a, as the article describes it, rundown office park because our new location is near the back of a Good Pasture Christian school. Hey, maybe nobody will notice our swinger sex club if we move it right next to this Christian school and call it a church.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do it.
I also want to point out that Tennessee apparently allows sex clubs in general, just so long as they aren't within 1,000 feet of a school. I never knew sex clubs were a thing to begin with until reading this, and I was led down a rabbit hole trying to figure out how this is legal and how it differs from place to place. But that's for another time. The second thing here is that the city is seeking to close the swingers club. And you know what? It's still not closed. Still open and running as intended for swingers to do what swingers do right next to a school. I understand that government can be slow sometimes, and especially a city government, but come on. Maybe speed that up a little, or just kindly ask them to do it somewhere else. But that's all I have for you today. Links to the articles will of course be in the description if you want to read them yourself. Just don't be weird and stare at the feet too long. Please. If you like what I'm doing and you want to see more, please leave a like and a comment below, or if you just think that I'm the worst, feel free to dislike and leave a comment telling me how awful I am. I put out videos every Monday and Friday, so please be sure to subscribe so that you are notified when those videos go up. My name is Mr. Chainsmoker, and that is my show. Thank you for watching.